Hi everyone. I'm doing this video to dispel the commonly made claim that it's best to claim your earnings every day. This would be true if you didn't get charged anything every time you did claim, but you do get charged, and that's where a little bit more serious calculation comes into play. So how do you figure out when the best time is to claim and restake your Zilliqa earnings on any wallet? I'm going to be using Atomic Wallet. So my numbers are going to be for Atomic Wallet today at 18.3%. I'm going to use 18%, not 18.3. Anyway, so the way you're going to calculate it is to look at the total profit that you would be making if you were to stake for an entire year. You don't have to stake for an entire year, but just to get an idea, we're looking at an entire year. So your total profit is going to be the compound interest formula minus the future value of an ordinary annuity formula. This first portion, the compound interest formula, is going to tell you how much you're going to be making, and the future value of an ordinary annuity is going to tell you how much you're going to be spending, including the interest that you won't be getting on the money that you spend while claiming and restaking. So the P in the above formula is the total amount of ZIL that you have staked. The T at the exponent over here is, we're just going to use it at 1 year for ease of calculation. The R is your yearly interest in decimal. This is going to change, obviously. So you're going to have to recalculate this for yourself. And the C on this side is the cost to claim plus the cost to stake. So in Atomic Wallet for Zilliqa, right now for me, I'm getting charged 10.5 ZIL to claim and 6.3 ZIL to restake the interest, and that's a total of 16.8 ZIL. And the N is the number of times you decide to claim and stake your earned interest. So for the future value of an ordinary annuity, before I say that, no, let's go with it, whatever. For the future value of your ordinary annuity, the way it is right here, it's in years. The interest is in years. And what you want to do is divide that yearly interest into the compounding period that you're calculating. Otherwise, if you leave it this way, you're going to get just all the money in the world. It's going to show you that you're getting charged literally all the money in the world. So how do we do that? Well, we take our R, so you take your 0.18 and you divide it by whatever compounding period you're using. So if you're using 365 days, every single day, you're going to use n minus 1, so 364, because for that first day, you haven't claimed anything, so you're not being charged for it. That's why it's n minus 1 here, n minus 1 here, and an n minus 1 exponent. So in my situation, let's look at what happens for when I'm claiming 365 times a year. So my P, I have 311,800 ZIL to begin with. I put it through the formula, 18% interest divided by 365 to the power of 365 minus what I'm going to be charged. And what I'm going to be charged is 16.8 ZIL each time. And I'm multiplying that by the equation where I have 18% divided by 364 here to the power of 364, so 1 less, and the same with the bottom part of that equation, 364. So what I'm getting is a total ZIL of 373,275. That's the highest I'm going to get in all my future calculations. But I'm also being charged the highest that I'm going to be charged in any of the future run-throughs that I do with this equation. So I end up with 366,577. Now let's look at 7 days. Already at 7 days, there's going to be a huge improvement. I have my 311,800 ZIL, and now my 18% interest yearly is going to be divided by 52 because it's once every week, every 7 days. And then minus the 16.8 that I'm getting charged every time I do it. And in this equation here, we're going to use 51, n minus 1, to divide our yearly interest, because now we want to make it into weekly interest. And it's going to be 51 weeks because for the first week we haven't claimed anything. So here's what you want to notice. Already at 7 days, the total amount of ZIL that I would have made were I not charged for anything would only be 100 ZIL less than what it is here. 275 and 176. That's only 100 less, but look at how much less I'm getting charged. Here I'm getting charged 900, whereas over here I was getting charged 6,000. So my overall profit, which is what we're interested in here, is 372,240, right? So for me, the optimal is going to be 20 days. Or about, right? Because I'm using 18%, whereas it's somewhere between 18 and 19% interest at the moment. And you're never going to really know exactly what it is on the specific day that you want to calculate it, unless you want to do this every single day. Anyway, so this is a ballpark. So for me, ballpark, I'm looking at about 20 days. So let's see what happens at 18, 20, and 22 days. Now remember, at 7 days, my total was 372,000. At 18 days, I'm only going to be making, so I'm not going to go through exactly and explain all this. I think you get it. Let's just look at the profit. So I'm only about 400 ZIL more per year, but it's still more. So at 18 days, I did nothing from 7 to 18 days, and overall on the year, I'm making 400 ZIL more, because I'm getting charged less than here, right? Because I'm only losing the fees 19 times. So as you can see, 18 days, we're taking our 365 days and divided by 18. So we should stake and claim and restake every 20 days. That's why we're dividing our yearly interest by 20 on this section, and n minus 1, so 20 minus 1, 19 in this portion, which I've already explained above. Anyway, so here I'm making 644, and here is 240. So 400 more. At 20 days, look what happens at 20 days. 647 right here, and this is 644. So I'm making 3 ZIL more per year at 20 days than I am at 18 days. This is completely irrelevant, but it shows you where you should stop. Leaving your interest to accumulate. So where you should claim and restake. At 22 days, I'm getting right here the last 3 digits, because the first 3 digits are identical to the 2 above. I'm getting 642. So 642, 647, and 644. It's within here that I should be ideally claiming and restaking. I can't say exactly which one, because again, I'm using 18%, and it's not exactly 18%. That fluctuates each day, and the daily fluctuations are going to make a lot more of a difference than these calculations. But anyway, it's within this parameter right here that you want to do it. What's for sure is that you do not want to claim and restake every day. That is just a huge waste of money, as you can see, huge waste of money. Unless you have a lot more ZIL than I do. So if you have millions of ZIL and you run it through this calculation, it might show you that the best time for you to claim and restake will be every day. But that's for very few people out there. Most people, I guess, have around what I have, or a bit less. So they should be looking at optimally anything more than a week or two up to a month. Somewhere in between there is going to be their sweet spot. So run this yourself and see how it goes. Also, I want to mention that if you know how to do calculus, which I forgot how to do, you would run this formula through, I forget how to do it, and you would get an exact figure right away, rather than doing it through this trial and error way that I did it. Right? And if you know how to do that, please let us know, and we can improve our ZIL investing. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.